Hello, everyone. Welcome to Global Prospect Summit 2025. My name is Jonathan Chan. Today, I have a great speaker that will be joining the discussion. Brett Liu, he is a venture capital principal at 6 Degrees Capital. And 6 Degrees Capital is based out of Toronto, Canada. The billion-dollar fund invests heavily in artificial intelligence technology, cloud infrastructure, and cybersecurity. I had a great pleasure to discuss with Brett last year about venture investment to kickstart the industry. He has some really, really good points that I want to share with the audience today at Global Prospects Summit. Hi, Brett. Nice to meet you today again.
Hey,
Want to do a
Jonathan.
quick introduction? Yes,
Yeah, good to see you again. Yeah, love to be here.
great. So, first question that I have is, what AI trends are you currently most excited about from an investment perspective?
For sure. Yeah, great question. I think internally we have the question all the time, try to tweak our taste toward the market and looking for contrarian opinions as well. I think personally I have a deep tech background, also working to industry quite a bit, traditional industry. So I would say I'm looking for net improvement in productivity, leveraging AI functions, AI capability for traditional industry to improve on cost, sales, and overall efficiency. So, for example, construction is a huge industry, and they're on the break of onboarding old advanced tool, and then automated the workflow that never had done before. I've been told healthcare just bypassed the whole SaaS era and run into Gen AI era. So the kind of tools that all the clinics been using for like 20, 30 years ago, they're changing. They didn't change the last 10 years, 15 years because SaaS wasn't doing enough damage to the existing system, but AI does. So I'm pretty sad about those opportunities. And lastly, our firm also look quite a bit to AI infra space. So fundamentally, the kind of tools help engineers build the next generation AI applications, and then eventually workflow automation based on those. That's another core thesis for us as well. Yeah, I think those are fundamentally where we see the opportunity being large. Last but not least, we have a data AI synthesis, which is something I personally appreciate a lot. I'm looking for a nano economy that are able to increasing the GDP not by 1 or 2%. So AI data center is a massive trend that's growing at 23%, depending on which reference you use. And people try to compete on speed, performance. So any software play, hardware play that can potentially give another competitive edge to the new hyperscalers. They can onboard, and they have a lot of budget to buy tools when the overall capex investment just couldn't be stopped. So yeah, those are kind of things I personally feel pretty strong about.
Wow, there's great investment perspective too. And a lot of the time, when we're doing AI investment or even any type of investment, what are the things that you will consider a ESG impact, particularly in AI focused startup during your initial investment process? Maybe you can share some example for us too
For sure.
today.
We look at things in two buckets. One is more risk or challenges that we need to be watching out for. Another one, actual opportunity that things can be improved, and there's tooling, there's product can improve on those things. Those are actually investment opportunity for us to look into. So I would say the risk part of ESG really come from, I think, the equality part of it could be social, it could be governance, but that's fundamental. Whether you know, go governance and regulatory may have a
Mhm.
negative impact, both because it's going too fast, it's not treating people fairly, and that's very high level risk, and probably doesn't impact deal by deal. But it's something that we just need to be aware of, like where the regulatory progress is, like how's European doing versus USA, and we can gauge our investment thesis based on those. So that's more risk, in my opinion, because you can't really mitigate that. You just need to be fully aware of that. And then, environmental sustainability, that's kind of double, you can have more opportunity, like cooling is big area within data
Mhm.
center, and we spent good time in that. I'm a deep tech guy. I was founder in the lithium batteries startup. So I understand the space reasonably well. So I'm advising a couple of startups in the cooling space, but because those are fundamentally critical in uplifting the performance of data center. Because if you don't solve the problem, you either energy strand or you either space strand, and to improve on the performance, that will work. And also there's challenges in terms of energy consumption, right? That's a big topic everybody's on about in terms of the environmental part of the conversation. And in my opinion, there's no easy way, right? Model compaction, where compression is one efficient way of like small model rendering, can
Mhm.
reasonably reduce the compute, but whether solve the bigger problem, we'll have to see. So I think that's another perspective I can talk about. And yeah, and lastly, governance actually a bucket by itself. We're looking for responsible AI, basically coming down to explainable AI, and that you can build a product on top of that. So they're evaluation company for AI modeling, and you can leverage that to enhance your AI responsible practice. So again, those are how we look at the risk versus opportunity and try to win some category and be careful with the others.
Wow, that's wonderful perspective that I think that the audience will be anxiously waiting to hear more from you during the Prospect Summits
Oh
in
yeah,
the upcoming weeks.
happy to.
And thank you for your time today, and I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon.
Oh
Thanks,
yeah,
Brett.
thanks Jonathan, and
Thank
we'll
you.
see you soon enough.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye bye.